Okay. So let's get this going. Let me get my rankings. Alright, this is over. So that first stream was 54 minutes, not bad. Okay. So here we go. Chat. Oh. Let me just get my windows all good. Oh yeah, this is this one. All right. Here we go. So, starting from the top, we are going to be doing a couple drafts this year. I'm thinking I got two 100 leagues. I got my friendly $30 league, got a bar league. Probably missed. I got a dynasty league. I got a lot of leagues, and I haven't drafted yet. I haven't done any of it yet. I'm pretty sure most of them are going to be PPR 12 man. I do have a 10 man. We'll do a 12 and a 10 man and see how long that takes. We're going to randomize, of course. And then for a 12 man, I have a 2 flex option. You know what? I could also do my guillotine league as well. That would be nice. But yeah, so one quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, one tight end, pretty standard. Two flex is the only thing that's not standard. Usually one flex it is, but we're not going to do that today. One kicker, one defense, 6 bench. We can start with the 7th. That was pretty randomized. But to just do it in front of you guys, we'll do it here first. Okay, so I swear that was the only time you guys saw me do it randomly, and I'm sticking to it. And that's just fair because it's our first draft, so why not pick first? And if you are first in your draft, I think it is obvious, especially with a 2 flex or a 3 wide receiver league, you have to obviously go Ja'Marr Chase. Wide receivers are the most important. I'm not saying the most important, but we all know that Ja'Marr Chase has the highest upside for the most points throughout the whole year at a skilled position other than the quarterback. So let's go to the draft board here. 2 running backs go 2 and 3. I mean, I can understand that because running backs are the most unpredictable ones, and like having like a top end running back can make you draft, not have to worry about it later in the rounds. But in my opinion, Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb going 4 and 5. I mean, I know this guy's pretty geeked up, but I would say you have to value these 3 wide receivers before you value these 2 running backs. I'm glad that they did go with. I mean, they went with Jahmyr Gibbs at the 3, which I have Jahmyr Gibbs on the person who I follow. He's 9th overall, so that the first 5 should go Chase, and it doesn't matter what order. Chase, Jefferson, Lamb, Robinson, Barkley, and then that should just be the top 5. And then 6, like the one that kind of out of it, Christian McCaffrey. We all know Christian McCaffrey can go off for a lot of yards. So, but 7's too early. I think right around this turn is probably good for McCaffrey. Puka, pretty decent pick there. Ashton Genty, pretty good reach on Ashton Genty. Come on, man, he's a rookie. And I was the one who drafted Clyde Edwards-Helaire that one year when he was a rookie, and he went to the Chiefs, and we all thought that he was going to be the running back one there, and now he's like barely making his rookie contract. So the wide receiver is good here. Derrick Henry. My guy is not really high on Derrick Henry. Wow, he has him going at like this turn. So that's a reach. Nico Collins is a good pick. Brian Thomas Jr. isn't bad. Devon Achane isn't bad. Josh Jacobs, even though Go Pack Go seems like a pretty good reach here. Wow, pretty good reach. My guy has him in the third round. I don't know. But Brock Bowers, first tight end off the board. Not bad. Not bad. Drake London. That's, I mean, a little reach. Drake London, Bucky Irving, and then some wide receivers go. Okay. So we started our team with Ja'Marr Chase, the best player we could start with. We have the 24th overall pick. So who is on the board? How do I hide draft players? There we go. Okay, so it says Ladd McConkey, Trey McBride, Garrett Wilson, Josh Allen. Okay. So I have the first running back go. You could argue between Lamar or Josh Allen. There is no really big argument in between them. Jaden Daniels is pretty close behind, but I have them going in like the earlier third round, and we're kind of in the early third round, but I got them going like more like mid third round, like the 307 with 12 in the. So here, I mean, we can still stack our wide receivers, but I feel like we need to get a running back here. But the running backs don't look that good. So we are drafting at the 212. Trey McBride is a decent value. He goes right around here. Ladd McConkey is still a really good pick for a wide receiver. Garrett Wilson doesn't look too high this year. Garrett Wilson is obviously going to be great, but we don't know who's throwing him the ball. Justin Herbert, number one wide receiver. No doubt about it. Devontae Adams. Okay, so I think there's no doubt in my mind that we want Ladd McConkey here for our next best wide receiver. That just seems like a done deal. And then running back, if we did want a running back, Chase Brown, Kyren Williams, Alvin Kamara, Breece Hall. We could get not Bucky. I mean, Chase Brown would be the next best guy. He's at the 303. But then there's a huge drop-off between Chase Brown and then what is it, Jonathan Taylor? Jonathan Taylor's already off the board. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We cannot afford another running back. That's already 10. In my opinion, Chase Brown is the 9th best running back, it looks like, on this board. So if I'm going straight off the rankings, it would be Ladd McConkey and Chase Brown. Or we can go Trey McBride and then the running back Chase Brown. So do we want to value the tight end this early? Probably not. So we're going to go Ladd McConkey and Chase Brown. Let me just make sure Chase Brown is the secure one. Running back Chase Brown. Derrick Henry, Ashton. Yeah. Chase Brown. All right. And then there goes Kittle. There goes some running. There goes, Jaden Daniels. So Jalen Hurts. So the top 4 quarterbacks are off the board. Trey McBride went. George Kittle went. So we're at the 412. Hampton is a pretty... Okay, so... Let me see. Let's see my opinion. I mean, Hampton at the 303. Who is Hampton? I don't... Must obviously a rookie. He goes at like the 311 for me, so whatever. Alvin Kamara, running back. Big, huge reach on him, it looks like. Trey McBride, probably good value. Josh Allen, that's where they get picked. Middle of the 3rd round. Garrett Wilson, Kyron Williams, Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill. Could we have gotten Tyreek Hill? It looks like we could have got Tyreek Hill. But McConkey is just like one over him. One spot over him, which is, you know, whatever. Pretty good value for Hill all the way down here. Breece Hall, Mike Evans, James Cook, Kenneth Walker. Okay, this is where, you know, wide receivers, yep. This is a pretty good value, I think, for these guys. I think this draft isn't drafting wide receivers quick enough. Just because of the value of the 2 flex could be your wide receiver. So the reason why you want probably wide receivers as your 2 flex options is because once you get your starting 2 running backs and your starting 2 wide receivers, you're already so far down into the draft that running backs are not going to get as much as wide receivers at that time. So, I mean, we'll go down to it. We do have the 412. Is there any skill position players we can get? I mean, no. George Kittle, Trey McBride, Brock Bowers. Yep, so none of those are tight end, no. Quarterback, no. So the only 2 options are wide receiver and running back. Let's go to our running back options here. We have James Conner, Travion Henderson, David Montgomery, or Swift. So it looks like Henderson at the 502. We are at the 412. That's not the worst value. Williams, Hall, Hampton, yeah, Jonathan Taylor. So if we're going to get a running back, it's probably Henderson by far. And then I think, wow, there's really just no Ramondre Stevenson anymore. We're just all in on Henderson. 5-2. Or if we just look at our team, James Conner. Where's James Conner? Way down there. Okay. Like, wide receivers in this area, we have DJ Moore, Cortland Sutton, Devontae Smith, McMillan, Waddle, Flowers. So, DJ Moore is like the biggest value by far. He should have been drafted that early. And then nothing before that. Yeah, so I'm going to go with Moore here, even though that's going to be our first flex. We'll draft Moore. And I think it just has to be this running back. Or we can just DJ Moore, McMillan. We're at the 501. McMillan is huge. Devontae Smith is huge. So we have Cincinnati. Oh, we have fuck. We have 2 Cincinnati, which is not good. Kind of wanted to avoid that. Oh, yeah. That's. I mean, definitely gotta avoid Cincinnati. But that's unfortunate. Whatever. New York running back. New England running back. I meant Devonta Smith. Okay. It is definitely tough drafting running backs against these running back loving guys. So they got Connor, more running backs, Mixon, Laporta, Patrick Mahomes. Okay, we could have got Patrick Mahomes, but he's graded low. Let's go back to the draft board. So we have 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs. Tavion Henderson. Okay. Patrick Mahomes right before us. Kind of sucks. But we are at the 6'12", 701. So let's do our first thing. Let's look at quarterbacks and tight ends at the 701. 6'12", 701. Could do Laporta, but he's already gone. Pat Mahomes. I mean, Kyler Murray. Yeah, those just aren't values. No values at all. But the best value out of these would be Kyler Murray. What does this mean? That's funny that it says that. Kyler Murray, but I feel like we're going to be able to get whoever we want here. These wide receivers are probably just way too good. Running backs at like the 7 mark. Montgomery, Swift, Connor Hubbard. Just nothing feels good. Pollard. Warren, but that's like not good value. So. And again, the best value I see is wide receivers. We do have Jamar Chase, Ladd McConkey, DJ Moore. Those guys are going to go crazy. We need our next best one out of Waddle, Olave, Judy, Diggs. Waddle seems pretty far down there. Looks like Waddle is no doubt. Waddle, no doubt. These wide receivers are insane. These running backs are just not good enough. They're just not good enough. Waddle, Evans, Pickens, no. Hunter, no. McCaffrey, no. Ridley, no. Sutton, no. Zay Flowers, no. Jameson Williams, no. Adunze, but then he is the same as Moore. So then Olave, which would be at like the 602, that's still pretty good value. Like tight end, like Travis Kelce. I mean, like, every single one of these guys can be just as good as Kelce, right? I mean, are we really not that high on Kelce this year? He used to be, like, the first overall pick. Kelce, the 903, yeah. And then just, like, these running backs. I mean, do I get a mini value in running back? We are 701. Is there any in like this range? Aaron Jones already gone. RJ Harvey Yeah, he's already gone. So I think it's just Jalen Warren, and then that's just a little reach on Jalen Warren. Where's Brian Robinson Jr.? He's pretty far down there. Jalen Warren. High on him. We are high on Jalen Warren. And then this is like our first bench, and then there's still a lot of good wide receivers. We might have to go QB tight end next round, but we will get our backup running back because we do kind of have to hit with running backs. Chase Brown is going to be good. Just sucks that we have Jamar Chase with him. Notable guys: Dak Prescott, Justin Fields. That's that. Baker Mayfield. Okay. Tight ends: Njoku, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews. Running backs: Brian Robinson Jr., Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, Javonte Williams, J.K. Dobbins, Cam Skattebo, Jordan Mason, Tajay Pierce, Tank Bigsby. So, like, the running backs are just ass. Glad I got what I got. Wide receivers: Juwan Jennings, Jerry Jeudy, Chris Olave, Chris Godwin, Deebo Samuel. Chris Godwin this far, Chris Olave this far is blowing my mind. And that. Okay. So, we are officially in the 9th round. And we need to look at QBs and tight ends. Or we're just going to forget about them until we find a value. And we will end up finding a value. 8-12. Dak Prescott, Drake May. So, I can't believe we're going this far. So, we have Bo Nix. Bo Nix is projected in the 8th round. Probably the best one, Bo Nix. Kyler Murray, I have him a little bit above Bo Nix. Brock Purdy. Fair. Okay. Kyler Murray is on our team. Drafting Kyler Murray. Tight end: Evan Ingram, Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft is way down there. Evan Ingram. Is that the 903? No. So, Stephon Diggs is still on the board. Romeo Odunze is still on the board. Crazy. Running backs: Charbonnet, Stevenson isn't a bad handcuff, but pretty early to be taking handcuffs at this point. We're still only in round 9. We have a pretty stacked wide receiver core, but with Stephon Diggs and Romeo Odunze still available, and Odunze, in this opinion's 5'10", and we're in the 9th. I don't know how. Even though we're double dipping on the Bears and Cincinnati. It's not bad. Like, if Odunze or DJ Moore don't play every game, the other is going to have, the wide receiver 1 opportunity. They both won't start at the same time, looks like. But if I need them, they would. Here, Evan Ingram's still available after the draft board goes. I could have drafted Jaden Reed. But where's Reed on here? Reed? I don't know. Where's Reed on here? Damn, all the way at the 807. It's still a good pick at the 902, but they got a Dunze at 5'10". Okay, that's crazy. That's really good. Um, so wide receivers: Jaden Reed, Khalil, see like Stephon Diggs, Cooper, like Cooper Kupp, dude. Why isn't Kupp fucking? Where's Cooper Kupp? Baseball Cup. KUPP. They're 904. That is, yeah, okay. So like, look at that. So Cooper Kupp, like Brandon Ayuk, okay, Mooney and Coleman kind of ask, but you got like the Ohio State best dude, Michael Pittman Jr. Crazy. So that just shows like if you're in a 3 wide receiver league, 1 flex, 2 wide receiver league, 2 flex, you have to assume like you're gonna get these decent wide receivers that like what's the difference between like this rookie? I mean like and I mean I get this rookie is like a lot of like Carolina is ass, so they're gonna try to get him going. He's on like a 3-4 wide receiver team already, but like they're like I don't know what they were in college, but I know this guy was really good too. What I'm saying is like the risk on like a 5th overall pick when you can pick up like a DeAndre Swift, which is what I'm not really trying to go with, or like Joe Mixon, that's fine, or Joe Burrow, like this 5th round, like even I mean like the 4th round, Worthy, Rice, Hurts, Hubbard. I mean, crazy that this dude is still going this early. Kenneth Walker, James Cook, like, and then you just look at like this round, or like this round, like I don't know, maybe it's just the wide receivers that I'm looking at, but we'll see. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more rounds to pick a tight end, a defense, and a kicker. So we have 4 bench players. Evan Ingram is just popping out at us. It's like, pick me, Evan Ingram. Ingram goes the 908 Mafia. The 908, I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. We're at the 10-12, 908 seems pretty draftable to me. So we got our starting roster. We're always going to pick defense and kicker last. And then now we just look at what we are struggling at. I wouldn't be opposed to getting a decent quarterback if there is one available next round. There are still pretty good wide receivers. These running backs, I'm gonna look quickly. I do only have 3 on the team, and they're not gonna get any better. So it's like Algier, whatever. Takes me. At this point, we might as well just start. Trey Benson, that's 1305. Algier, that's even way worse. Braylon Allen, even worse. Grendio, yeah, even worse. Dowdle, worse. Like, these running backs are just unpickable. Right, yeah, it's Chubb, all the way down there, even further than I thought. Caleb Johnston? No, it's the other Johnson, probably, yeah, Roshan Johnson. Okay, so all that's researching for cannot do running back. We already did a tight end. Brock Purdy, Justin Herbert. No, it's but like wide receivers, like I'm never gonna play a different wide receiver other than like those 5. Oh, that's tough. It's tough. These wide receivers are still pretty decent. I know Kirk is not bad, and to be honest, if I can find him, Shakir, Coleman, Christian Kirk, we're at 11. Where the hell are we? We're at okay, so even like Kirk isn't even there. Kirk, Shaheed, okay, he's better. And then probably, okay, so Shaheed would be the best. I mean, we do have the Chargers, Lad McConkey. Just trying to see if the Arizona doesn't really pair up well. We could get Caleb Williams maybe later. And then just like, yeah. For the depth and the home run value, I think. Do I dare go with like Moon? No, Mooney's not even available. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go with Shaheed. That was tough. Not gonna lie. The end of these drafts get really tough. Brock Purdy's gone. Defense are getting picked. That's when it's like, like defenses are getting picked. All these quarterbacks already got picked. What are some of these like high upside like running backs? We could just like double dip in these higher upside running backs that, I mean, Marquise Brown and like where are we at even? We are at the 12-12. These running backs. All right, let's just start plugging them in. Johnson at the 17. That's really bad. Is there like... Okay, we're just going to do it. Corium. Way down there. Lloyd. Way down there. Hill. Hunt. Yeah, like Miller. There's just none. Miller. Sanders. Doesn't even fucking pop up. Miles Sanders. Yeah, they're just saying there are no running backs. And then you still have like Justin Herbert. Like, when is Justin Herbert supposed to get picked? I mean, Herbert gets picked in the 9th. It's fair. Fields, Prescott Bay, Caleb Williams in the 8th. Okay. That is true. God, I'm like such a fucking shitty Packer fan, but here we go. Caleb Williams. And I mean, like, do I just triple quarterback? No, but I mean, also like, can I go back on that pick? Because like you could like just like go for your defense and your kicker when I don't know. I think that would be fine because like and then we'll just do so really just like feels shitty. 7th last year. Just because they're ranked higher, I don't know. They played Green Bay week 1. Wait, no, they don't. I don't even know who they played. Game I was like, who do they fucking play up against? Yeah, seems like okay, whatever. Who cares? Look at me, fucking going into defense. Just skip it all. Yeah, we'll get the best kicker too, I guess. And then you can still get Justin Herbert. Could still get Marquise Brown. And then yeah, I don't see what's the point of getting 13s. I mean, that's not bad. Dobbs still there? No, Dobbs not there. Joshua Palmer. Joshua Palmer's there. Douglas. Demario Douglas. Let's get up here. Jaden Reed. Jaden Higgs. Cup. Mooney. Coleman. Sheed. Burden. I don't see a Burden. Burden. Ayuk. Bateman. Kirk. Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams. Williams and Douglas? I thought I saw Williams. Am I tripping? Kyle Williams. Oh, there he is. Kyle Williams. We do have wide receivers on lock. Wide receivers are on the lock. So, after the first draft, how long was that? Who? About 30 minutes. 30 minutes, a little bit more. Kyler Murray, Chase Brown. So far, quarterbacks, Kyler Murray and Caleb Williams. Don't feel good about it, but I feel good about Jamar Chase. I feel good about Ladd McConkey. I feel good on Chase Brown. I feel good about Evan Ingram. I just really don't know about this guy very much. Should probably do some research on this guy, but probably their number one running back, right? I mean, I have Waddle on the... Wait, yeah. Oh, wait, no. DJ Moore and Waddle. Pretty good. Got, like, the two best here. See your draft grade. Nah, we don't need a draft grade. All right, not bad. Not bad for the first simulator. Now I'm going to do just a quick one. 10 team, I think it's PPR. This one's the Jordan Lynham League. Let me actually look up the... I'm gonna look it up. Football. Oh yeah, that league. 12. So it's wide receiver / tight end. So one quarterback, two running back. So like 3 wide receivers / tight end. Don't need a tight end for sure. I mean, the one flex, defense kicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the bench. Okay. But realistically, these... I don't need a tight end. I don't need a tight end. So why would I ever want a tight end? wide receiver slash tight ends and a block. Okay. Jordan lineups league doesn't make sense. Don't need a tight end. Kind of like that actually, because tight ends do suck, and as you can see on the first one, that wide receivers you can get really good values in like the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th round. All right, so here we go. 10 teams, PPR, no tight end league, but you can still draft tight ends, and we get the 6th overall pick. All right, let's fucking do it. Let me get the rankings up. Let me get the stream up. All right. So here we go. Let's look at the draft board first. So, again, I think they're super high on Gibbs, but Chase first, Robinson, Gibbs, Barkley, CeeDee Lamb. This could easily happen in this league. There's just no way I'm not drafting Justin Jefferson. Again, there's 3 wide receivers and a flex. So, again, you could start 4 wide receivers and 2 running backs. So we just have to, long story short, just have to go with Justin Jefferson. Next pick, Amara St. Brown, Christian McCaffrey, or we'll just do the wide receivers: Amara St. Brown, Puka, Brian Thomas Jr., Nico Collins, and Malik Neighbors. So we are at the 205, and we already have a good wide receiver. At the 205, I'm not drafting anybody other than running backs or wide receivers. The 206, you can argue Brock Bowers. Running backs I would be considering here is... Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the running backs that I would want are off the board. And the running backs are Christian McCaffrey, Devon Achane, Ashton Genty, Saquon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And our 7th best, actually Derrick Henry. That'll be at the 209. Okay. All right, what do they suggest? All right, they suggest Drake London. That's not a bad pick, and that might be where we're gonna go with, because that got him at the 203. We would be getting a couple picks. We're kind of abandoning the running back right away again. Brian Thomas Jr. would be the next. Nico Collins, he's already picked. Yeah, so going straight off of we have Minnesota, and then we'll have Drake London. It's again not the... I guess we have pretty high on Drake London. So last season, wide receiver 10. I think he's 24, so yeah, I guarantee he's got to be going into at least his 4th season. So maybe he makes a huge upgrade. But starting off with your 2 key wide receivers is not a bad start. I'm not... Like I said, 206, Brock Bowers went. Running backs, Derrick Henry, Chase Brown, Bucky Irving, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor. That is pretty good. That is pretty good out of my range for still picking a running back next. I would have to reach. But again... It's like Kyren Williams, not bad. Wouldn't even be my top guy. My top guy would be Hampton, which we might be able to get him 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're gonna gamble on that. We're at the 306. The only 306. We could get Lamar and Josh Allen. That's right. At their value. Could get Trey McBride. McBride would be. Oh yeah, that's right. This is the wide receiver, not. Yeah, so then we don't even want tight ends at all. Maybe we do though, because like, is he still projected like more fantasy points than these wide receivers? Yes, he is actually. So that is funny. We could go McBride, but okay. Josh Allen too. Could pick up Josh Allen. Lamar Jackson just went. Or like, kill me, but wide receivers. JSN at the 210. T. Higgins, even better at the 208. Tyreek Hill, even better at the 207. McConkey, AJ Brown. Okay. Could go Tyreek Hill. Could go Tyreek Hill. But he's like further down in the wide receiver train. Could go T. Higgins. He's just one above, but there's just Marvin Harrison Jr., JSN. Oh my god, this is... It's just like they say that he really thinks Trey McBride is going to get... it is only like 13 more fantasy points. Just doesn't make sense to me. Could secure Josh Allen. We didn't really secure anybody with a good stack. It's not the value. The value is Tyreek Hill, technically. And like running backs are not there yet. Alright, came to the conclusion. Tyreek Hill usually gets drafted at the 207. We're getting him at the 306. Not even what the experts want us to take. He is just one of the best home run hitters. And Josh Allen's still there. All right, so 4 running backs did go off, but we have Tyreek Hill. Okay, so JSN, T. Higgins, Devontae Adams, Marvin Harrison. Makes sense. Very good star-studded wide receivers. So we have 3 wide receivers we can start for. Probably can lay off, because we know that we can find wide receivers down here. So starting off with 3 wide receivers is pretty crazy, but I can see it. I could never see us getting Josh Allen at this spot. We might just have to pass just because I know we're not going to get him here. Do we, though? We could get Hampton. Running backs are going to be bad. But the value is just for Josh Allen here. Oh, this is going to be such a wide receiver zero build or running back zero build. But when you can pick up the number one quarterback in the middle of the 4th round, we can maybe just like, with this team, like really hit running backs hard with waiver wires. This is not looking good, sir. Suggestion. All right, here we go. After that pick, after Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels goes, Trey McBride. I mean, really, I'm glad that this fantasy pros understand that you don't need a tight end, so the tight ends aren't getting picked that far. So then you have Jaden Daniels, Trey McBride, DJ Moore, Terry McLaurin, McMillan, Rice. Running backs, Hampton, Cook, Hubbard. So if we are looking at running backs, James Conner, Henderson, Montgomery, Swift, Harvey. So this is just not going to be good. We aren't even at like the Cameron Williams. That's already. It's going to be this guy again at the 502. We finally get our first running back value. James Conner is further down. All right, here goes Henderson again. We love Henderson. Okay, 2 running backs gone. Conner, Swift, Fair. 2 quarterbacks. Don't care about them anymore. We have Josh Allen, Devontae Smith, DJ Metcalf, Cortland Sutton, and Zay Flowers. Okay, got to keep on with the running back train. We are officially at the 605. So the 605 is right here. James Conner would have been good. Hubbard would have been good. RJ Harvey seems like our next best guy. Ken Walker. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, we will do Harvey. I think Harvey is our next. He's supposed to be in the end of the 5th round. This is also out of 12 people. Oh, this is not 10. Oh, we still don't have our last flex. Jaden Waddle. So it's like, what would you rather have? Like Harvey, unproven rookie, or one of these star-studded wide receivers, Waddle, Worthy, McLaurin, McMillan, Devonta Smith. Yeah, it's definitely just got to be Worthy. Worthy here. Running backs are gone. And then, now we just get, Aaron Jones, like Aaron Jones, Tony Pollard. There's still Chris Olave, Stephon Diggs. We have Buffalo, New England, Miami, Kansas City. Okay, that seems pretty good. Just look at the running back rankings really quick. Aaron Jones in this. It's like the 80th overall pick. What pick are we even on? It's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. We're only at 65. Jones is at 80. Pollard's at 74. It's just not getting any better. We have to fill up our starters. Pollard for Tennessee over Jones in Minnesota. Well, Pollard. Alright, damn it. They did take We still have like Stephon Diggs though, so now we can go wide receiver because we have to. A Dunze. William Flowers. Yeah, there's gonna be nobody above a Dunze. It's Diggs. No, and I think there's gonna be a lot of wide receivers getting picked here, so we'll go with Shakir. No. Dunze is one of. Oh, see, look at all those good wide receivers gone now. Juwan Jennings at the 6'10 is still pretty good. I mean, these running backs are just god awful. Pacheco, Traso, Mixon, Warren. Maybe on. I mean, it's our first buy. Our first. Travis Etienne Jr., man. Brian Robinson. Who knows? Who cares? Jordan Mason. I think it's gotta be Jordan Mason. This is the 95th. Yeah. We'll go with Jordan Mason. I mean, just being able to get Jaden Reed right here is pretty cool, but can still get Cooper Kupp. He's on Seattle. Reed is above Kupp. Shakir, Pittman, Godwin, Downs. Pretty high on. In the 6th round? Okay, that makes sense. Mooney, Kirk, Ayuk, Shaheed, Coleman. That had to have been like all wide receivers. No, just all the ones that I wanted. Running back. I mean, fuck. Do we just take Ramondre Stevenson? How's Stevenson looking in the running back department? 11th round. J.K. Dobbins. I don't know. I mean, we have no running backs. We can go running back here. Still get like Mooney. Still get those guys, which is crazy. Trey Benson. I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna kind of just go with the flow here. Just kind of just leave that. And we have kind of like the handcuff there. Is there like a Tennessee running back? No. I mean, if Drake London goes down, we got Mooney. Then we can get Charlie Kirk. Well, here we can probably go like defense, kicker, and then like who gives a fuck? And like we just need running backs. All right. Looking at the team, sure, who cares? Josh Allen, Travion Henderson, Tony Pollard. So the running backs obviously suck. Running backs, Ramondre, Jordan Mason, Jalen Wright, Trey Benson. So obviously, but look at these wide receivers: Jefferson, London, Hill, Worthy, Ricky, Mooney. Like those one, you can argue like in this league that you could start these three guys, or maybe Adunze and Purcell, or Ricky. But yeah, looks like we're just we're probably gonna end the little stream here. Might grab something to eat and might hop back on the Yugi grind. We'll see how the Yu-Gi-Ohs go. Alrighty though, that was fun. Thanks for the first ever draft simulator. Let me know what you guys would change or your strategy or whatever's going on. Hopefully my league mates aren't watching this so they know who I really want to draft this year. All right.